Patrick, Ellen, was that Big Landon? How's it going? Just getting here, just getting started. Canadian Queen, Billy, Mark, Big Landon. What's happening? CNH. What the heck is CNH? CNH. Oh, look at this. We're starting off with one of these things first thing this morning. No Name Nick, what's happening? Hi. Rev Brands, No Name, what's happening? Casey. Like the live, just got here, just getting started. QUBT, midnight, what's happening? QUBT, not quite sure what that means. But anyway, look at this. CNH, the first one we're taking a look at, that's going to be a no right off the bat. What a way to start today. QUBT. QUBT. Quantum computing. Yeah, no. ADA. ADA. No options. No. No. I looked it up. Owner and end of the day before EX8 gets the dividend, so can sell mud. Okay. Mud. Midday. Any updates on the website? Shit, no. No. This is like, I am terribly sorry. Really, I am. It's like, it's on my list of things to do. It's just my list is congested. That's a good way of looking at it. My list is congested. List of things to do. Congested. Kevin, Hobar. HBAR. What the heck is Hobar? Can't find that symbol. AVGO. EGO. Mr. Rizzo, what's happening? It's like you are retired. Well, I am retired. See, the funny thing is about being retired, I'm still working, but I'm not getting paid. That's funny. I had a conversation with somebody at Home Depot. Zachary, how you doing? A conversation with somebody in Home Depot. I'm getting a few things. Yeah, I'm going to my mom's house to do this, do that. He says, yeah, you getting paid? I said, no, it's for my mom. He says, yeah. See, you think you're retired, but no, you're just working and not getting paid. Anyway, I'm actually enjoying my retirement. I'm happy that I can be there to help my mother and to help my kids out. So it's kind of nice, even though, yeah, I'm working and still not getting paid. All right, anyway, AVGO. Look at that big jump today. No. Sorry. You know what? If you own it and you're not taking your profit, we said this was going to happen yesterday. 2 days up like that, yeah, today is going to pull back. And it pulled back $10 a share. Sorry. All good. I understand being busy, just ready to get started with it. All right, well, let's get you rolling. H bars or no, AVGO. Okay, what are we, oh yeah. What are we looking at it for? I mean, look at that big, huge gap there. Gapped up again here. Well, what do you think was going to happen? Keep going up? No, they go up to a certain point, and then you get investors like me saying, wait a second, that's a nice profit. What did it go from 160 to 250? That's $90 in what, a week and a half? Yeah. Kansas Fizal, how are you today? All right, so let's keep on moving. AVG out now. Okay, Mr. Rizzo got into QUBT at 1:30, thinking I should sell off first thing tomorrow. Okay, Jackson, what's happening? Shannon, I made chocolate parfaits. Cool. Jackson, how are you? Good, thank you. All right, let's keep the ball rolling. What we're doing here is looking for dividend stocks that look like they could be a good fit for a covered call in the morning, get a nice 1% for the week. Now, tomorrow is going to be Wednesday. Wow, Wednesday's here already. Oh, don't forget, this Friday, I'm going to be broadcasting from Las Vegas, so it ain't going to look like this. At least I don't think so. Daniel LaRusso from Cobra Kai, cool beans. All right, anyway. That being said, okay, I'm kind of excited about that, going to Vegas. John, yo, who just gave me the yo-yos? There we go, WW, what's happening? Ryder, how you doing? GRT. Kevin, what the heck is GRT? Gilmore Realty. Okay, it's not pulling up at all. How about GE, John Deere? Now, John Deere, it pops up right away because we know who John Deere is. GRT, never heard of it. Okay, so anyway, look at John Deere. Got a nice little uptick for the year. A couple of days, was that last week? Big jump. Okay, there's the high, here's the bottom. Just going sideways and then shoots up all of a sudden in the last couple of weeks. Need help to read everything. Luis Martinez. Hola, señor. ¿Cómo está usted? How about Deere? Okay, so look at John Deere. A year ago, we're at 384. Okay, we bottomed out in August at 339. Okay, and look at this nice shoot up from the bottom of August. You get August, September, October, November. It goes from 339 to 470. That's 130. That's a 30% increase. I play orchestra, I play violin. Cool beans. It's a 30% increase in that short period of time. August, September, October, November, December. Okay, so last 90 days, here we are. Here's the high, here's the low, down, up, down. Now she's turning around. It looks like she's turning around. Okay, today is a bigger up day. Okay. 30 days ago was a 30-day bottom. That's what we're looking for. You can't see me. 30 days ago was a 30-day bottom. Okay. Shoots up a week later, trails off very slowly. Look how slow it's going down. It's going down very slowly, but it is going down. So today is a new below at 435. So we're just going to keep our eye on and wait. That's about it. Not much you can do about John Deere other than wait for it to find the bottom. What are we learning about? Dividend investing for weekly cash flow. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. It's about 50% per year if you're into that. GRT. Kevin, where you look at GRT, it wouldn't pop up. Thoughts on KRE? Way of the 90s. KRE. KRE. Spider S&P Regional Banking ETF. Interesting. KRT. Go KRE. KRE. So we're jumping into Yahoo Finance. Okay, Yahoo Finance to find out exactly what this regional banking ETF is actually doing. All right. Why would you put your money into something that has a 2.3% yield? You do know that federal government is paying 5% for 5-year bonds versus 2-year bonds. I don't know. I think it's a 2-year bond. You can get 5%. This thing's only giving 2.3%. What the hell are you thinking? Seriously, why would you put your money into something like that? Seriously. Shit. Okay, wait a second. Let's see if it gets worse. Let's check out the historical data. See how consistently they've increased their dividends. So if they run the company really good, right? Effectively, efficiently, economic, all that kind of nice neat stuff. If they're doing it right, they should have ever increasing dividends. Well, let's take a look at all of them. How far back did they go? Now, I've never seen this stock before. I never heard of it. In 06. 06 would be 18 years. Okay, I could let that slide. But let's take a look at the numbers. Invest right. How are you tonight? Okay, I'm going to look at the numbers. Just, give them the benefit of the doubt. 18 years of dividends. Well, let's take a look at it. 38, 23. Starting off going backwards. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. 38 to 23. That's backwards. 27, 55. Okay. 47. That's going backwards also. Oh, look at this one. 96 cents a share. Okay, that's awesome. Look at the next one. 16. Are you shitting me? That's about an 80% drop. An 80%. Fuck no. No, nope, 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 nope. That's a no. Sorry. I don't know what you're thinking of. But, if you like it, more power to you. Okay, RGTI. RGTI. No. Okay, I can never trust a stock that goes from what is that, 75 cents up to $11. No, but sorry. Andrea, you gotta save me. Give me something decent. CVS. CVS. Ugh, a new bottom. Okay. You're looking for a new bottom. Sorry. U.S. Steel, don't, Paul, come on, don't tell me. Don't. Ah, shit. Another new bottom for U.S. Steel. I have too much U.S. Steel. That's, no way. Hey, man, here to listen again. Cool beans. Well, welcome. Got any questions? Let's hear them. Okay, B. Hello, Mr. Frankenstein. B wants to take a look at ExxonMobil. Now, almost all the oil stocks are going to the downside. Now, that's interesting. What do I say it's interesting? Well, we have a new 30-day bottom today, but she gapped down, and then she finished off a little higher than she opened up at. But still, down. Almost all the oil stocks are down. Have you seen NVDA pull back? What do we think about that one? I hate NVDA. NVIDIA is not, in my humble opinion, something that I would look at. Okay? Here's the high, 155. Here's the bottom, 130. Okay, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, it's going to find a bottom pretty soon, turn around, go back up again. If you like NVIDIA, which I don't. Okay, NVIDIA has a book value of $1.74. You're telling me that you want to buy a company, a stock, that's costing $130 when it's actually only worth $1.70? Sorry, $1.74. That's the book value. If a federal judge came in and says, you guys got to liquidate and pay off all your investors, you'd get $1.74. That's it. But wait, it gets worse. It's going to be one of my new catchphrases. I'm going to get some t-shirts that says that. What delta do you prefer? Okay, Flock Queen, I don't even pay attention to the delta. I look at the basics. Now, Flock, this was created for my 9-year-old daughter. No way. Are you feeling 2025? It can be supposed to be tariffs. Oh, dude, you want to get started on talking about tariffs? Oh, that's going to be a nice long conversation on that one. Apparently, he's not letting me hold on to that question. All right, forget it. Zoom out. Yeah. How about... There it is. Okay, hold that question. All right, let's finish up with NVIDIA. NVIDIA, several reasons why I don't like it. One, no dividends. No dividends. Oh, sorry. They do have a dividend. Sorry. The dividend is 1 penny. Okay? Can you imagine that? Stock is $130. $130.96. That's almost like 131. Okay, so it's 131 per share. The book value is $1.74, and the dividend is 1 penny. Yeah, that's a no. All right, so no way. Are you feeling 2025 is all I can ask? Oh, I'm loving the idea of 2025 coming. It's going to be a good year for us, or for me. How's all these supposed tariffs going to work? Okay, the interesting thing is a lot of people thinking the tariffs are going to affect us directly. Well, kind of yes, kind of no. Look at it this way. If you take a 4-door sedan made in the United States and sent it over, let's say Germany, okay? Germany takes one of their 4-door sedans and sends it over here. The interesting thing about the tariff is a tax in which the government charges for imported goods. The tariff for the BMW coming here is 2%. The tariff for the Ford Escape going there is 100%. Okay, Trump is only asking to even it out. If you're going to charge us 100% to sell our goods over in your country, great. We're going to charge you 100% to sell your goods over here. So what is it going to do for the U.S. economy? Well, a lot of people are going to stop buying your imports and stop buying American stuff. Well, what's wrong with that? But the stuff you're importing, okay, if you're used to buying stuff coming from China, coming from Japan, coming from Australia, wherever, if you're used to buying that kind of stuff, yeah, well, that is going to curb down a little bit because the imports are going to be a little bit more expensive. But our products here, what we are making here, are going to increase because, you know, hey, if they're not going to charge us taxes shipping our cars over there and we're not going to charge them, well, great. We're going to buy more from them. They're going to buy more from us. It's going to be a win-win situation. But at first, it's going to be a bumpy road because people are complaining about it because they don't really understand it. All right. ExxonMobil, we looked at Gallant. Wants to take a look at AAP, Advanced Auto Parts. Where did you go? AAP, where is it? Uh-oh. There it is. All right, AAP. Here we go. AAP. The high is about 88. She drops down to 36. From 88 to 36. Wow. 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 drop. A $50 drop on an $85 stock. That's over 50%. That's close to a 60% drop from here to here. Oh, great. Well, let's jump in. As a matter of fact, we did jump in when it hit down here. Actually, we jumped in when it hit here. A big gap down. Then we bought some, and then we bought some more and got down lower. All right. Weird. All right. A year ago, 60.81. She topped out at 88.68. Okay, get that gap down here. Last 90 days. Look at the pattern in the last 90 days. Okay, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going to the upside. That is pretty evident. Trudeau going to resign. Oh, boo-hoo. I don't really miss the guy. What is he? Don't get me started on politics. All right, so last 30 days. Here's the last 30 days. 30-day bottom, almost 30 days ago. 30-day top last Monday. She drops 2 days to the upside. Okay, Monday and Tuesday. Uh-oh, I missed that question. Germany is collapsing. Yeah, the next few years ought to be interesting. Blew that cheap energy via... Well, we will see how it progresses. So let's keep going. So, Advanced Auto Parts. Interesting. What does it normally do this time of year? This time of year, usually, okay, we are right there. All right, so what the hell is that? Okay, so hypothetically, we got 2 weeks left. It says sideways and then up for the last week of the year. Okay, that's based on historical performance. It's not guaranteed it's going to do that. I mean, that's just what it did last year, the year before, the year before, and the year before. And people are habitual. They do certain things. So it will, if it did it last year, and it did the year before, and it did the year before, that's exactly what this is for. Okay? What has the American public done on an average basis every single year when it comes to advanced auto parts stock? Well, the last 2 weeks of the year, she goes sideways and then she bounces up a little bit. That's all it means. That's what it's done for the last 10 years. If it's going to do it, if it did it 10 years in a row, more than likely it will do it again. That doesn't mean it's going to. It just says more than likely. Just because it did it the last 10 years doesn't mean it's going to do it again for the 11th. But odds and probabilities. I mean, ask yourself a question. If it did it for the last 10 years, do you think it might do it again this year? That's what it boils down to. If it normally does that, well, maybe it will do it again. See, look like we're leveling out and then it might shoot up. That's what it looks like. It's not guaranteed. All right. But let's take a look at the numbers, Advanced Auto Parts. 44.65, the 45s are going for 57. That's over 1%. The 44.50s are going for 93. I know you don't teach it here, but do you like the Iron Condor strategy? Nah, it's too much effort for the amount that it brings. Okay? Now, there are so many strategies out there. You can look at a bunch of different strategies. I want to keep my life simple, and I want to keep it basic, and I want to keep it consistently profitable. That's all I want. Could I add more? Could I do this and this and this? Yeah, I could. Okay, but there comes a point where money is no longer that important. Well, it is and it isn't. You know, it's not my drive. Let's just say it's not my driving force anymore. Okay, my driving force is freedom, the ability to do what I want when I want. Okay, I have enough set aside so that 1% per week. Now, if it wasn't for 1% per week, I would have to go back to work. Okay, but the 1% a week that I get allows me to live the lifestyle that I'm living. And it's really not that difficult. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. Just follow along. My number one question to everyone is, does it make sense? Okay, I've been getting the short end of the stick ever since I've been born. I was like the fourth child, okay, and I was a boy. That's it. You know, the girls get preference, and as the younger son used to. And then I was born in '64, the tail end of the boomers, and the beginning, even before the Gen Xers came in. What's your background? Just wondering. Background, oh my goodness. I was a welfare baby. Okay, mom, single mom, 5 kids under the age of 5 in the '60s. So we lived on welfare for the longest time. And it's okay to say, well, it's not, you know, I think it's a good thing to say that only one of us out of the 6 of us kids is on government assistance, and that's because he's deaf. Okay, he lost his hearing. That's the only reason. But we all have our own. We've all had our own businesses. We've all contributed to society. We've all owned, well, all owned our own house, but my one brother. Okay, but growing up that way made me see things a different, you know, perspective. Anyway, I forget where I was even going with that conversation. So anyway, that's what I'm looking for. Simple, safe. Yeah. No, not like that. Schooling and a job. Oh, I owned my own manufacturing company. I used to manufacture stuff. Yeah, artificial coral reefs. Okay, yeah, for museums, aquariums, and very rich people. I made so much money, I had to figure out what to do with it. So I started investing. Okay, it wasn't just investing in the stock market. It was in real estate. It was in collectibles. It was in cars. Real estate. I mean, all that. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. You can make money at it. You can make good money at it. But this is just so much easier. And I have no inventory. And I don't have to have no overhead. Early 90s. Yeah. All right, anyway. Advanced Auto Parts. So 44.65, the 44.50 is going for 93, the 45 is going for 57. Both those work. And as a matter of fact, let's just do a quick little trade so people that are new can see how it's done. All right, now, I like Advanced Auto Parts. The seasonality looked okay. This chart looks okay. I like 3 days to the upside after a pullback. I like that. And I know what the company does. Remember, rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand or you don't want to hold on to. If you're not going to buy and just say, hey, I'm going to hold on to this for the rest of my life, then don't buy it. If you don't like it that much, don't buy it. Now, of course, we're going to sell a covered call against it and get a 1% premium on a weekly basis. I'll collect 1% every single week off of this until it hits my target and somebody buys it from me at a profit. But here's the thing. Advanced Auto Parts has a dividend every 90 days. So every 90 days, I'm looking to buy this company. Because when the dividend's getting ready to be paid out, the stock has a tendency to go up. So if the stock has a tendency to go up just before the dividend, why not jump in, do a covered call? Because covered calls usually give you more than the actual dividend. Printer. I bought $50 worth of my crypto, made 74. Okay. Now it's all in DeFi, and I am set for life. And I think, okay, by the way, I'm 15. Well, good for you. That's awesome. Okay, you know, the sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while. I don't know if you know what that means, but anyway, as I was saying, let's do one right now. I'm going to do the 4450s, okay, and show you what it looks like. Now, the reason why I like covered calls is they're simple, safe strategy, and I don't want risk. I don't like risk, and I don't want to put my money in jeopardy of losing. So I want to make sure all the odds and probabilities are in my favor. All right, so I'm going to do a covered call. That's where I buy the stock and I sell somebody the option to buy it from me at the exact same price I just bought it for. Kind of doesn't make sense if you think about it, okay? If I'm buying it for 144.65, why am I selling it at 44.50? That's less than what I paid for it. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. But listen to the rest of the equation. Okay, I'm buying it at 44.65. I'm selling it for 44.50. And for the covered call, whoever buys that from me, well, they're going to pay me 93 cents a share. So if they're paying me 93 cents a share and I'm losing 15 cents right off the bat, well, you take the 15 out of the 93. I know it sounds confusing. But if I'm buying it at 44.65, selling it for 44.50, I'm losing 15 cents. That 15 cents is going to come out of the equation somewhere. So we take it out of the profit. Okay? So if we take it off of this, that means I'm walking away with 77. I'm walking away with 77 cents per share. 77 cents per share is more than 1% of the purchase price. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a good quality company. Well, I like Advanced Auto Parts. I'm looking for a simple, safe trade. Covered calls one of the safest trades there is. And then I'm looking for a strategy that is simple, easy, predictable, and consistent. Because the way this trading strategy came about with my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008, okay, says to me, Dad, can you teach me to do what you're doing? I got a question over here. Half people I see talk, hit crypto, other praise it. When I was $26,000 a year ago, so now, okay, you know, wait, good, like I said, good for you. It happens to people all the time. You're not the only one, but it doesn't happen to everybody. Everybody does not buy a crypto that makes no sense whatsoever and have it shoot through the roof and make a whole shitload of money. No, everybody can't do that because the numbers just don't work that way. So yeah, it happens once in a while for one person, okay? And then that one person kind of makes everybody else says, ooh, I should do it too. And then they do that and they part with their money. I don't do cryptocurrency because I don't want to sit in front of my computer, okay? And then it's hit or miss. Like, how many did you invest in and lose money before you made that? I bought 3 Bitcoins at 4,000 back in 19. Well, good for you. All right, that's not what we're here for. Let's finish up the equation. All right. So as I was saying, if I buy it for 44.65 and I sell it for 44.50, less than what I paid for it, I'm still walking away with more than I would normally get. Okay, so let's do one. Covered stock. Let's do the 44.50s. Okay, I'm only going to do one contract. That way you get an idea of what one is worth. Consider that a long-term portfolio. Yeah, no. All right, I'm going to do it at the market price because I want it filled instantaneously. Okay, here's what it sounds like. Buy one covered call, AAP, Advanced Auto Parts, 100s. December 20th, 2024. That's the expiration date, 20 December 24. Okay, that's this coming Friday. The $44.50 call option against Advanced Auto Parts at the market to open. That's what it sounds like. I always tell people, read it back out loud so you can hear it. Because you're going to lose money by hitting the wrong button. Say, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, read it first and then go from there. So what are we looking at here? Okay, number one, this is the order itself. Buy one covered call, AAP, 100, that's with the weeklies. December 24, that's this Friday. Okay, so next line down is the break even. Well, what does that mean? Well, the break even, 43.26, if the stock closes on Friday afternoon, because all options expire on Saturday, so the last time you can do anything is 3:59 p.m. on Friday afternoon. After that, your options are worthless. 80% of all options expire worthless. So, if you're going to do something, you got to do it before then. As long as the stock ends on Friday afternoon above 43.2650, I'm in a profit. How much profit? Well, it all depends on how high it is. But that's break even, 43.26. Well, the stock is currently at 44.65. Okay, so if it goes up, great. If it stays the exact same, great. It can even come down a little bit and I'm still good. So I like that. Stocks can only go 3 ways, up, down, or sideways. And if I'm covered in 2.5 of those ways, if it goes up, I'm good. Sideways, I'm good. If it goes down a little bit, I'm good. If it goes down too much, not too good. But remember, it is in an uptrend. And that's part of the equation. It's part in an uptrend. Okay, so anyway, next line we're looking at is the maximum profit, $123.50. Let's get out the calculator to figure out exactly what rate of return that is. Okay, so 123.50. Okay, right there. See that? 123.50. That's the maximum profit on this trade. Now, a covered call is one of those few trades that you actually know how much you're making before you even do it. Most people just buy a stock and wait for it to go up and say, okay, good. Now I trade options on, okay, cool. I don't do any one of those. Sorry. As I was saying, a covered call is one of the few trading strategies you know exactly what your profit's going to be before you even do it. That's why I said predictable and consistent. That's part of the equation. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. That's what I'm looking for. The covered call. See, that's what I need. When my 9-year-old daughter wanted to learn how to trade, she said, Daddy, can you teach me? Great. Okay. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. That's the 5 criteria. So the 5 rules, simple. Never buy something you don't understand. Never sell at a loss. Make sure the company's consistently profitable. Weekly options are a must, and then make sure the numbers work. Okay, we're working on the numbers right now. Okay, and let's see if they work. So if the profit's going to be $123.50, one contract is going to cost me $4,327. Damn it. Divided by 4,327 equals 2.85%. Now, I know that's not a lot of money because who wants to invest and make 2.8%? Well, I do because it's simple, it's safe. Now, what's the safety part? Well, the safety part is, number one, it's Advanced Auto Parts. I know who the company is. I actually buy products from that company. I have no problem investing my money into that company. Okay? Now, the other one. The stock is currently at 44.65 and it's in an uptrend. Okay? And it's in an uptrend. The break even is less than what I paid for it. And if the stock is above that price, 43.26 on Friday, okay, depending on how far it is, I'll be back into cash on Monday and I can do it again. That's where I come from. The simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Buying a good company, selling it for almost the exact same money I paid for it. Okay, 44.65, selling for 44.50. That's less than what I paid for it. And I'm still making 2.8%. Okay, let's go to the next one. I'm getting no applause from the from the peanut gallery. I got 50 questions. All right, let's get out of this one. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. Let's go back to here, and let's go back to where we started. Okay. So yeah, by the way, I do like advanced auto parts. Coin. Now, I'm pretty sure coin has not been around for 20 consecutive years. Okay, but for the fun of it, let's go COIN to Yahoo Finance. I love Yahoo Finance. Gives me all the information I'm looking for right at the top. And oh my goodness, coin, there are no dividends in the stated time period. So why are we looking at it? Okay, 007. Why would you come to a show called Dividend Investing for Weekly Cash Flow and give me something that you know doesn't have any dividends? Why? Why would you waste our time? Kevin, I looked at GRT, doesn't work. GOT, what the heck is GOT? Yeah, it's a no. The Can Man, Freehold Royalty, FRU. Never heard of it. Just to let you know, if I say I never heard of it, yeah, we can't find that symbol. Can Man, FRU, we cannot find that symbol. Is it even a U.S. company? Okay, 007, we just did coin. No. FRUTO. FRUTO. Something tells me that's not a U.S. company. QUBT, how long can it go? QUBT. The 100 media, you can get dividends off CONL and CONY in relation to the coin. Yep, you can. Okay. Yeah, QUBT, no thank you. Joseph, hi, how you doing? Look at QUBT, midnight, I already looked at it. Okay. PLTR, PLTR. Now, I think I told you before, I don't like companies that don't have dividends. PLTR doesn't have dividends. And look at this, almost straight up, way too high. I don't buy it the high. What's your opinion on Honda-Nissan merge? Well, I got to give them a little bit of time, see what happens. Danny, Energy Transfer. Energy Transfer. Okay, so Danny, take a look at Energy Transfer for a second. You see where it is? That's not what I want you to look at. I want you to look at this over here. Okay? At the money, nice. Out of the money, not good. Okay, I'm not making anything 2 or 3 strikes out of the money. So when the stock goes down, and that's what they do, they go up and they go down. When it comes down, I can't get a premium off of it because it doesn't have any. Now, I used to trade it, and then a couple of times the stock dropped, and it's like I wasn't getting any premiums. So I'm taking it off my list because stocks go 2 ways. That's it. They go up and they go down. That's it. Okay. Sometimes they stay level, but they still go up and down. But if the stock drops below my purchase price, well, I'm going to sell an out of the money call strike. But here they have no value. So there's a couple of stocks that are like that I took off my list because I don't want to get stuck with something that I don't want. Little Monk. Yeah, Little Monk, ExxonMobil and Chevron both have this tailspin. Okay? And Chevron's the same way. Okay? Tailspin. We have to wait and keep our eye on them for the whole, it's basically the whole oil market. Almost every single, even British Petroleum. Okay? Even British Petroleum's down. OXY, Occidental Petroleum, down. Almost everything in the oil section is down. Freehold Realty, you looked at that one already. ExxonMobil, we just looked at that one. QUBT, we already looked at that one. Speculative, yeah, I'm not speculative at all, okay? I want consistency, predictability, and safety. Those are my main 3 topics that I'm looking for. Okay, if you guys really looking to make money, I mean lots of serious money, capital appreciation to do this thingy right here, shoot up like that, like a rocket, yeah, you're in the wrong place. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, Stroke Man, Zim. I don't believe Zim has any dividends because I hear of Zim every once in a while. And every time I look at it, I think to myself, why aren't I buying this? And then I get to here. Okay, the reason why I'm not buying Zim, the very first dividend was in 2021. Okay, that's it. 3 years. I like 2 decades. That's 20 years. Okay. QBTS. What the heck is QBTS? And if I got to say that, it's going to be, yeah, God damn it, no. What the hell's the matter with you guys? Right, AMD. Michael, how are you doing tonight? You want me to take a look at AMD? All right. AMD. All right, I'm looking at it. I'm saying no. The reason why I'm saying no is AMD has no dividends. But she looks like she's getting ready to bounce off that bottom, though. Got a double bottom on AMD, if you like it. PXRP. You're not cute at all. Who the heck would have a name like that? PXRP. PXRP. Yeah, that's a no. Fake news. I never heard such a terrible investment advice. Well, Mickey, this is not investment advice, but I do appreciate the compliment. Thank you. What does that make Tesla worth then? Oh, TSLA. Well, let's take a gander at Tesla. TSLA. Okay, number one, Tesla has no dividends. Okay, let's go to statistics. Okay, statistics tell you what it's worth. Okay, right now, Tesla stock $479. It's got a market cap of 1.4 trillion. That's a lot. Okay. So the book value on Tesla is $21.81. Current debt to equity ratio 18%. Well, there's your answer for Tesla. No dividends, no thank you. Okay, what stock do I like? Little Monk, I like Macy's. SCHD. Oh my goodness, SCHD. Okay. I got 3 reasons why I don't like SCHD. Number 1, look at that big drop. That's one. Number 2, it's a monthly. Monthlies, the premiums are horrible. You can't get 1% a week. All right? Now, what else do I dislike about SCHD? SCHD. The yield for SCHD, 3.31%. You're investing your money and you're getting less than a current bond yield. A bond, you give the money to the government and the government will give you 5%. Okay, SCHD is giving you 3.3. Explain to me why you think that's good. Okay, there are even savings accounts online that you can get 4%. But you want to invest at 3.31? But wait, hold on a second. It gets worse. Okay, SCHD. Let's take a look at the dividends and how wonderfully they increase their dividends on a consistent basis. Oh, wait a second. 2011, that's only 13 years? All right, well, let's take a look at the numbers. 4, 7, 8, 9, 8 backwards, 13, 12 backwards, 14, 16, 15 backwards, 18, 17 backwards, 23, 20 backwards, 25, 20 backwards. Up, that's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. 1 step forward, 1 step back. Why would we, why? Why? Seriously. Okay? Okay, Eddie? SCHD? No. Check the numbers. It's your money. You can do what you want. Okay? For me, I wouldn't do it. I like consistency. Companies that are consistently profitable. You got the dividend kings. 50 years or more of increased dividends. That means every single year they get higher and higher and higher dividends to share with their investors. And that's what we are. We are investors. Okay? Depends on where you want to put your money, what you want out of it. Okay? If you don't want to take the responsibility, fine. Put it into an ETF. Okay? People love ETFs. Out of sight, out of mind. But there's a huge difference between getting 3.31% and getting 50% or more. Huge difference. Hats off to all. Oh, you hate all of them. Little Monk, sorry, dude. Yep, Brian Macy's is my favorite. Zim, nope. Little Monk, he hates good stocks and making money. He prefers dividends, so he pays more taxes. Oh, Mickey, you really want to go up against me, Mickey? Seriously. I could sit and do those trades. I could. But there's no consistency. There's no predictability. And there's no safety in any of them. And for taxes, I don't pay taxes at all. So I'm not quite sure what it is you're talking about. Amy, good evening to you, young lady. Miss Harris on Janice. Interesting name, yep. Incredible, beautiful, good vibes. Okay. Frankenstein, amen. KG. In the end, any company bringing any parts from overseas will be paying more and pass it on. Yep, way it always happens. Dividend stocks are not growth stocks. Dividend stocks, dying companies that don't know how to grow. Oh, Mikey, you want to pick up the phone and have a chat, I'd be more than happy to have one. Okay, you're in the wrong place, dude. Okay, you're talking about stock appreciation, not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for cash flow, consistency, safety, simplicity, and duplicatability. Okay, I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable 1% per week. That's over 50% per year. Okay, I don't know very many other traders to get 50% per year every single year for the last 15 years. Sorry, I got 40% last year. Okay. Parts, assembled cars, yep, get that too. So American cars will be more expensive, probably. Where were we? I missed all these questions. Yeah, okay. Down. Incredible good vibes at the end of the day. Yep, got all that. Okay, KG. So made in the USA, if they get parts from overseas, will be affected. That's true. Parts to assemble cars will be more expensive. Yep, probably true. Word salad. Yep, probably true. Freehold, royalty, FRU. Didn't we already take a look at that one? FRU. FRU. Okay. Okay, so FRU is paying 8.3%. Okay, that's better than that last one we looked at, 8.3. Let's see how well they pay out their dividends and how consistent. After EX date, price usually plummets. Absolutely. How do you protect yourself against that? I try not to bring it into the dividend. I don't want to collect the dividend. I only use the dividend as a precursor to tell me when to look at the stock. The stocks have a tendency to increase in value just before the dividend date. So if I jump in, 2 weeks before the dividend date, grab the artificial increase caused directly by the dividend. I can get in and out in 4 or 5 days from a 1%, and that's all I'm looking for. Okay, so we're looking at FRU, okay? Canman, freehold royalty. Do you see the dividends on this thing? The first dividend they paid was December 28th, 2023. That was last year. This company's not even a year old yet. And you're all excited. No. Sorry, man. No. I like 20 years. 20 years of consistent dividends. Consistent increased dividends. What's up, Bill? Okay. Don't. Vandu, can you check AGNC? We already looked at AGNC already. Eddie, we no to SCHD. Sorry. Who is going to resign? I have no idea. Max, are you very concerned that stocks dropped 9 days straight? Nope. The Queen of Canada is going to resign. Interesting. Yes, it makes complete sense. Thanks. What platform are you using? John, this is Think or Swim. It's offered through Charles Schwab. Courage More, Get XRP, yep. QUBT, yep. What do I think about DJT? Okay, DJT has promise. I mean, it has some nice intentions. Okay, but I don't do anything unless it has 20 years of consistent profits. So I won't be looking at DJT for at least 18, 19 years. Eric wants to take a look at Vale, V-A-L-E, V-A-L-E, Vale. Okay, another one going down. A year ago, Vale's at 15.13. The end of the year, it ended up at 16.08. Just drops. Look at the last 90 days. Right. Shoots up, pulls back, still sinking. Still looking for a bottom. So the last 30 days, still looking for the bottom. So Vale is going to be a no until the bottom and turns around. I use my iPad to see the charts larger on YouTube. Hey, Sweetie Swag, how you doing? Can you research Monero? Okay, crypto. I don't do cryptocurrency. Sorry. Will, never met anyone who made any substantial amount of money as a day trader. Well, okay. I'm not a day trader, but okay. How about Dogecoin? I don't do cryptocurrency at all. I never invest unless I can make at least 11%. Now, Will, is that 11% per week, per month, per quarter, per year? Thoughts on Tesla? No. Will Hunting is making you a G. Okay. How rich are you? I'm fine. Thank you. Hewley, how are you doing today? Makes sense to me. Well, there you go. And what if it's lower and below break even? What do you do? Hold it until you are up again. Okay. Frankenstein. Why are you doing this? Oh, why am I doing this? I am creating what's called a legacy for my children and my grandchildren. Someday, I'm not delusional that I'm not going to be around. So how do I pass on my knowledge to my children and my grandchildren who've never met me? Okay, this is a video tutorial from the beginning of the year to this year. And I'm going to keep going forward until I get to a point where I can't do it anymore. This way, my children and my grandchildren will have something to look back on. That's why I'm doing it. You're just here to reap the benefits, I guess. All right, let's keep on going. Nice thoughts. And what if it's lower? Okay. Respect that. Thank you. Well, that's what stocks do. Frankenstein, remember, you're getting into a game. That's basically what it is. It's basically a game. You're buying, you're selling, you're making money, okay? But it is a game, nonetheless. Okay? Never buy something You're not okay with holding long term. If you don't understand the company, don't buy it. Stocks only go up and then they go down, and then they go up and then they go down. They do not come to your house, cook you dinner. They don't take the dog for a walk. They don't empty the trash. They go up, they go down, and that is it. Okay, the stock is a representation of the public's opinion of the valuation of the company, not the actual value of the company. You want the actual value? Take a look at the books. Okay, what does the accountant say the company is worth? Those are the real hard numbers. The stock is just something we trade back and forth for the valuation. Well, the valuation is made up by us. We are the ones that say, hey, it's too high. Let's sell. So we sell. They get down here. Oh, wait a minute, it's too low. I'm going to buy some more. Okay, stocks go up, stocks go down. And it all depends on how well the company is run. If the company is run well, the stocks increase in value. They make more money. They share their profits with us, the buyers and sellers of the shares, when we become shareholders. Okay, but only half the companies do that. Now, we looked last night, there's 9,797 companies available. Okay, there's only about 4,500 that pay dividends. The rest of them, they just take all the profits, stick it back into the company for capital growth. If that's what you're looking for, you're in the wrong place. That's not what I'm looking for. I don't have the time, desire, or the inclination to take a bunch of my money, sit it aside, and just watch it. No, that's not what I'm here for. I want consistent cash flow for my money. So I invest in a good company with stability. I'm not looking for growth. I'm looking for stability, and I'm looking to buy it, and I'm looking to sell it, and I'm looking to collect a premium that will give me 1% every week. That's 50% per year, or sometimes more than 50% per year. Well, I'm perfectly okay with living off of that. And if I didn't do that, then yeah, I'd have to get another job and be back to work. Nah, no thank you. I've been working since 1973. I'm done. Funny thing is, like, I'm still working, I'm just not getting paid for it. So retired life, if you're handy and you know how to do things, yeah, you're not retired. You're just working a different job and not getting paid. But it's okay because I do it on my own time, and I do it for my mother, and I do it for my children, so it's okay. Isn't Advance closing? Junebug, are you saying Advanced Auto Parts is closing? I haven't heard that one. Okay, so Frankenstein. Never buy. If you think it's going to go down, don't buy it. If you're not okay with it going down, because one or two of them are going to go down, you're going to buy something and it's going to go down, and you're going to be very unhappy about it. But you got to be okay with it because that's part of the game. You jump in, the stock goes down. So sell a covered call against it, hold out, and let it retrace and come back out. Hey, never get into something you don't want to hold on to. Hold and sell another option next week. You can roll, make it. Sweetie Swag, thank you for that. I couldn't give it any better opinion on that. Better advice on that. Okay, just what she said. Okay, you buy it, you roll it forward, you sell another covered call. So if you bought it here, you can sell this one. Pick up that. Okay, and then next week, you can do it again. And the week after that, you can do it again. And the week after that, you can do it again. You can consistently do a covered call every single week when you own a stock. And when you do, you just have more cash flow coming in. And what happens if you get called out and somebody takes your stock away from you? Well, either jump back into it or look for another one. Okay, price goes down, you hold and sell weekly calls, making some money. KG, awesome. It's almost some. That sounds like something I would say. William wants to take a look at Lowe's. Wow, that didn't go right. L-O-W, Lowe's. Now, if you didn't know, Lowe's is over 100-year-old company. 100 years old. They've consistently increased their dividends for more than 5 decades. I have no problem whatsoever buying Lowe's. But not this week. Look at that, it's pulling back. 257. The 257 is going for 226 to 270. So yeah, you barely get your 1% out of that. And that's what we're looking for. Now it's very challenging getting a 1% on a Wednesday because you got 5 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's 5 days. Well, Monday's gone and Tuesday's gone. So you got 60% of the time value left. So if it doesn't look good for this week, well, what does it look good for next week? Because usually, if I'm buying on a Wednesday or a Thursday, I don't sell this week's option. I sell next week's option. Because instead of getting 5 days of time value, now I'm getting 10 days of time value. Okay, so if I bought tomorrow morning, 3 days. Okay, for this week. But next week, it's 10 days of time value. And time value is a price on time. So as time ticks away, okay, when I sell one of these, as the days go by, as the sands flow through the hourglass, so does the cash in our wallet. Anyway, as the days go by, you lose time value, okay? So Monday, you got 100%, okay? Tuesday, you got 80. Wednesday, you got 60. Thursday, 20, 40. It just slowly depreciates, okay? Dividend Energy, ooh, I like Dividend Energy. All right, hold on. So Lowe's has this little pullback right here. This is one where I'd wait and see where it stops and turns around because the first of the quarter is coming up. And what's important about the first of the quarter? Oops. Okay. Lowe's has a dividend coming up in January. Now, I normally don't look at Lowe's until the first week or the second week of January, okay? But somebody's asking me to take a look at it. But I will, me personally, okay? I will buy it on the first week or the second week of January. Not now. But that's me, because I like to buy it just before the dividend date. All right. WW wants to take a look at Coca-Cola. So let's take a look at Coca-Cola. Interesting chart. Here's the high, 73. Here's the low, 58. Okay, she shoots up, pulls back, messes around here. We're currently at 63.50. The 64s are going for 23 cents. No. Next week, 64s are going for 42 cents. No. Coca-Cola is one of the few companies that pays only 3/4 of 1% per week. Okay, fine. Okay, now what is 3/4% per week? Well, that's right around 35% per year, if you're okay with that. So you can buy Coca-Cola and sell a premium every week. Okay, every single week, over and over and over again. If you get called out, fine, just jump right back into it again. All right, anyway, so Coca-Cola, here's the high right there. Okay, so the high of the year was around 73. Okay, and then she drops. Okay, here's your bottom right here. Back up, back down, back up, back down. Now it looks like it's going back up again. Or you could say this, it's creating a declining pennant, if that's what you want to look for. Me, I want to make it simple. Up, down, where's it going next? Next, it should be going to the upside. Should be. Let's take seasonality to find out what it normally does this time of year. Now, normally, check out the fourth quarter, okay? First quarter, January, February, March. Second quarter, April, May, June. Third quarter, July, August, September. Fourth quarter, October, November, December. Here we go, fourth quarter right here. You cannot mistake this for anything else. Here's your fourth quarter right there, okay? That is going to the upside on the whole fourth quarter. Depends on how you want to invest. I invest on a weekly basis, but I use a seasonality chart to give me an idea, what does a stock normally do? Now, stocks usually only move for two reasons. One is a known reason, and the other is an unknown reason. An unknown reason could be something like, a death of an important person, a major lawsuit, an act of God or of Mother Nature, earthquake, hurricane, storm, or seasonal changes, because a company runs differently in the spring as it does in the winter, as it does in the fall, as it does in the summer. Certain factors affect the ability of how the companies run in December, January, October, July. That is seasonality. That's what this chart was created for. Okay, how does a stock react to Christmas? Well, Christmas is right here. Well, this is what it normally does. Okay, 4th of July, right there. The beginning of spring, right there. Okay, what does a stock normally do? Okay, great. Well, as you can see, the fourth quarter, Coca-Cola has a tendency to go up. Okay. Doesn't mean it's going to, but it has a tendency to. Odds and probabilities. It's like rolling the dice, odds and probabilities. Coach Joel, how are you tonight? All right, so let's keep on going. TSLY, no. ATNF, never heard of it. Chris, thanks for that. ATNF, what is that? ATNF. ATNF. No options, no thank you. Doge is not a stock. Devon Energy. Another energy stock. Okay, almost every energy stock is dropping. Okay, almost every energy stock gapped down too. Daniel, RSG, huh? What the heck is RSG? RSG. Republic Services. Yeah. Okay, Daniel, this is called a monthly options. Don't get me wrong, it may work for you. Monthlies don't work for me. Okay, I like consistency, weekly cash flow. I can't get that with a monthly optional stock. Jahan, hey, what about ATFNF? ATNF, ATNF. Didn't we just look at that one? Yeah, no. EVLV. Danny Romano. EVLV. I've never heard of it. Oh, that's why. No. All right. Okay, you guys keep giving me the same one. Danny, thank you. Angela, why to what? Okay. FCG. So, Angela, when you ask me a question, why, you got to ask me the other half of the question. Why what? Why did I say what? Or why didn't I say what? Okay? So why it makes no sense to me. Okay. FCG, no. Lowe's we already looked at. What about INTU? Intuit. Okay. If you like Intuit, the numbers look good, the chart looks okay, but it's a little out of my price range. $677 a share. Okay, looking at the 680s, the 680s are paying $590. Okay, next week's 680s are paying $880. Well, that's a nice return. Okay, but I usually don't buy stocks over $250. Okay? So I'm going to say no to that one. ABR. What the heck is ABR? ABR. Arbor Realty REIT. Okay. 1430, 1450s. Yeah, I'm going to say no to this one. And the reason, Danny, the reason why I'm saying no to this one, see the premiums, what they are? Okay, they do have weekly options. That's great. But look what the premiums are. At the money, 10 cents. Okay, one strike out of the money, 0. Two strikes out of the money, 0. Three strikes, 0. So if I'm not right on the ball each and every time exactly, I can't bring in anything So if the stock goes down and I miss my target, well, I'm stuck with a stock that's not giving me any weekly returns. So I don't do that. I got to make sure it's got to have premiums in order to make it cash flow for me. Okay, ATNF. We looked at that one. No. Okay, Frankie, Franklin 34 SPY. SPY makes me wonder sometimes. SPY. All right, who wanted SPY? Franklin. Okay, Franklin. We're looking at YouTube, not YouTube. This screen here is live on YouTube. We are looking at Yahoo Finance and checking out the detailed information on SPY. Okay, currently it's at 604. Let's look at the dividends. Okay, let's look at the dividends for spiders. How well do they pay dividends? Well, let's go all the way back to 2000. This thing does have 20 years of increase, 20 years of dividend. I almost said increased dividends, but no, they don't increase their dividends every single year. Let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, 37, 35 backwards, 38, 41, 32 backwards, 30, 35, 37, 39, 33 backwards, 35, 36, 40, 52, 40 backwards, 41, 47, 35 backwards. It's 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. Yeah, no thanks. But wait, Franklin, seriously, wait, hold on. It gets worse. It does. Let's go to the summary. Look at the yield SPY is yielding, but it's paying. Okay, 1.16. Now, I have a hard time just saying it. 1.16. That's horrible. Okay? Bradcat, TSLY, no. Leslie, we already looked at Vail. Jahan, ATNF, no. Okay, BRAD today, Google, yeah, they just started paying dividends. I will not be looking at Google for at least 18 years. Okay, I like 20 years or more of increased dividends. Google, what are they, in year 2, year 1? I don't know. INTU. Chris, we already looked at that one. Urchin Island Capital, you got to actually give me the stock symbol. Terry, how are you today? Johan, yeah, ATNF, no. ABR, no. XRP, no. Oh, that's a no. TikTok, yep. Turbo, yeah, that's a no. CP, what the heck is CP? Oh, CPI, yeah, okay. Fred, oh, Realty, really? Fred, have you been paying attention? I don't like monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Oh, Realty, yeah, same thing. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. Yeah, no, thank you. The dividends aren't that great, and they don't have 20 years of increased dividends. There are so many companies that do have 20 years of increased dividends. You got the Dividend Kings, 54 companies that consistently increased for 5 decades. The Dividend Aristocrats, 67 companies that have consistently increased their dividends. Dividend Champions, 150 companies that have increased for 25 years. The Dividend Contenders, 300 companies that have increased their dividends from 10 years to 24 years. That list right there, oh, for the fun of it, let's throw in Warren Buffett's list. Because I respect Warren. There's a couple of other trades I respect. I will trade some of what's on their portfolio. But for the most part, no. Okay, the companies, the ones I just told you, Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. That's about 300 companies there that consistently increase their dividends every single year. Now, I know there's 9,797 different companies you can invest in. That's a lot of companies to choose from. You put your money wherever you want. Where I put my money is a safe and a consistently increasing, consistently profitable company that's been around for more than 25 years. You can't get the 20 years of increased profits without being in business for 20 years or more. SCHD, no. Lowe's, they've been in business for over 100 years. Orchard Island Capital, no. All right, Intuit, we already looked at that one. What about Doge? Yeah, Doge is not a dividend stock. Okay, single dad. You asked me this last time. Okay, BKTO. Yeah, that's Berkshire Hathaway. No. Angela Gore, how are you today? GABC. Now, Angela, just to let you know, I've never heard of that. And usually, if I've never heard of it, it's usually going to be a no. And it is a no. Fred Altria. Okay, we'll take a look at Altria in a second. Now, Angela, the reason why I'm saying no is because these are monthly options. Look at the premiums. If I miss my target, $44.79, the 45s are going for 0. No, that just doesn't work. And if I miss my target, look what I'm getting, 0 underneath it. Okay? Now, granted, all these numbers will change as soon as the market opens tomorrow morning at 9:30. But that doesn't do me any good today. Beyond the Grave, Cash App gives me 4%. Is that per year or is that per week? Okay, William wants to take a look at Altria, M-O. M-O, Altria. Okay, now Altria hit a high 3 weeks ago. What usually happens when you hit the high? Think about it, seriously. You have bottom down here at 48, and she jumps up to 58. Now from 48 to 58 is a $10 move. Doesn't sound like much, but that $10 move is 20%, well, somewhere around 20%. So you have a 20% increase in, what is that, 4 weeks, 5 weeks? Yeah, you're going to have profit taking. Well, the profit taking will be done when the profit taking is done. Because people who bought down here at 49, well, right now it's at 54. There's still profits there to be taken. When it hits the bottom, it will turn around and go back up again. Because, believe it or not, that's what stocks do. Okay, so Beyond the Grave, you got to give me an idea. Is that 4% a year, 4% a week, 4% a month? Hello, how to trade NFP and CPI in metal. I haven't heard of either one of those. TSLY, no. BTCI, Richie, what the heck is that? Simone, how are you today? BTCI. Why does that give me the, it's the Bitcoin one. Yeah, no. You like SGov? What the heck is SGov? SGOV. iShares 0 to 3 month Treasury Bond ETF. Okay, number one, SGov has no options. That's a no. And that makes no sense whatsoever. There's no options on it, so why would we be trading it? What are the top 3 kings for dividends? Oh, Monica, it's really hard to say exactly which ones they are. As far as I know, GPC, Genuine Parts Corporation, has been increasing dividends for almost 7 decades. That's 70 years. It's a long time. And then you have Consolidated Edison. They've been in business for over 200 years. All right. Where were we? Wow, I'm missing all these questions. All right, okay. So do you purchase the stock or do you purchase the options? I purchase the stock and I sell options against them. That's funny to think about it. Okay, Dylan, okay. What do you think about INTU? We already did that one. BTI stock. What do you think? Now, we already looked at BTI, didn't we? BTI. Yeah, it's a monthly. It's a no. It's like scalping. Pierce, it kind of is, but it's a little bit safer. What's a good app to practice with? Well, you can practice with Thinkorswim. You can download it for free on your computer, use it for a couple of months, and see if you like it. What about UMAC? UMAC. No options, no thank you. What stocks did you pick up this week in your accounts? Well, I picked up Riot. I picked up Intel. I thought DVN is monthly. DVN. Oh, DVN's a weekly. Oh, Devon Energy. Weekly options. La, la, la. Could we chat about Ford? All right, I like Ford. Ford was my favorite last year. Very profitable last year with Ford. The high, here's the low, here it was, here it is. Look at the big drop right there. We're currently at 997. I could get 1% this week. Well, let's take a look at that. Why not? Okay, last year, 1199. Top of the year, what was that? 1487, and that was the middle of July. Then we have the beginning of August as the bottom, 949. Well, look at the movement since July. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Very predictable, very methodical. Okay, great. What's the last 30 days look like? Now, the reason I want to look at the last 30 days, because the last 30 days gives me a good idea of where it might be going next week. Well, if I want to jump in on Monday and get out on a Friday, well, that's perfect. Okay, 30 days ago, we're at 1110. Drop, shot up, hit the high. Okay, yesterday, let me take a look at those bottoms. Okay, yesterday, the bottom was 988. Today, the bottom's 988. So 2 days in a row, the same bottom. Okay. But if I decide to jump in tomorrow and buy it at 997, I can sell it to somebody else for 10 bucks by Friday and still make over 1%. That's all I'm looking for. I want a safe company. Well, Ford's been around for over 100 years. Okay? Yeah, they're in a little bit of a downturn, but that's all stocks do. They go down and they go back up again. Okay, they've been around for quite a while. All right, so anyway, if I was going to do a 10, this is what it would look like. So let's do a quick one on 10 for Ford. Okay, just going to do one contract. That way I'm not going to scare you by the big numbers. Okay, here's what a covered call for. How do you get into artificial reefs? When I got out of the service, okay, the recruiter said, hey, got all these jobs that are available in your area. And Exhibit Builder was one of them. So that's what I learned as soon as I got out of the service. Okay, buy one covered call on Ford, 100. Those are the weeklies. 20 December 24. That means it expires in 3 days. Okay, this Friday. The $10 call option against the Ford stock at the market to open. Well, the break even is 986. Well, it's currently at 997. The profit on one contract is only going to be $13.50. But hold on a second. That's not that bad. Let's take a look at the actual numbers. What is the actual percentage rate? The percentage rate, 1350 is the profit. Okay. Now, to buy one contract or 100 shares, yes, so many questions. Yeah, everybody has questions. That's why I'm here. Ask a question, I'll give you an answer. 1350 is the profit. So to figure out your rate of return, you take the profit and you divide it by the investment, 987. divided by 987.15, and that comes a grand total of 1.36%. Well, 1.36% for 3 days is not that bad. Well, because most people don't, most people don't get that. Okay, 1.3%, 52 times a year. Well, that's pretty freaking good. Multiplied by 52, what does it come to? I'm gonna say 74, 71. Damn it, 71% return on Ford if I do that every single week and get 1.3% every single week. Well, can I? Well, yeah, I got that last year. I got more than 1% every single week on, well, almost every single week on Ford last year. This year, my number one producing stock this year is Macy's. A nice fat return on Macy's, consistently every single week. Okay, DVN, yep. Hello, where do you find out how often a dividend is paid? Ellen, that's a good question. Each company will have an announcement, and they'll tell you when they do it. Or, Ellen, you can get what's called an EX dividend calendar. Okay, I'm not quite sure if it'll tell you. That's a good question. Where would I go to find out if it's a quarterly, a monthly, or an annual? Because stocks, when they pay a dividend, they pay it once a year, twice a year, 4 times a year, which is every quarter, or every month. So I don't know exactly where you would find that. But I use, for conversation, okay, I use the dividend calendar that comes with Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim has its own dividend calendar. And I can create my own lists. Okay, so here's a list of the dividend aristocrats. Okay, this is the dividend aristocrats that are paying a dividend in the month of December. Okay, FMCB, CMB, PEP, WMT, MO, ABM, NUE, ADI. Okay, those are just the dividend aristocrats. And then we have the dividend contenders. That's a lot of them, all paying a dividend in the month of December. So which ones do I like? Well, there's quite a bit that I like. I take a look when they're paying their dividend. Then I like to buy it, when they're paying their dividend, 2 weeks before the dividend. That way it gives it time to make its move to the upside. Because a lot of people like to buy stocks just to collect the dividends. Okay, Joshua, Sherwin-Williams, they are a monthly. That means they are a no. Home Depot, Jenny, Home Depot. Ooh, almost the same as Lowe's. It's got a week and a half of pullback to it. Okay, so it means we're just going to sit and wait until it finds the bottom. So it's probably going to keep coming down, probably somewhere in the 390 area, because that's the previous 30-day bottom. Carl, aren't dividend stocks typically so slow growth? Yeah. I'm not quite understand. I understood the question, but why are you asking the question? Okay, dividend stocks aren't typically slow. I'm not looking for capital growth. I'm looking for cash flow. It's a huge difference. There are a lot of different trading strategies that are specifically for growth or accelerated growth. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for consistency, safety, predictability of cash flow. Everyone's dumping XRP, lawsuit messing everything up. Oh, imagine that. Sherwin-Williams, UMAC. Okay, we already looked at UMAC. Okay, already heard that one. Carl, it's about premiums, 20 years stock. Okay, thanks. Bammer Redneck, dude. Cool beans. Rocket Lab, yeah, no. Do you like selling calls over puts? If so, why? JWH, that's a good question. Okay. I never said I like selling calls over puts. I said I teach a simple, safe, predictable trading strategy that averages 1% per week. 1% per week comes to over 50% per year. That's what I said. Didn't say I don't like selling puts. Okay, I give away one. I'm giving this information to you guys. I'm not asking you any money for it. It's just like, hey, this is what I do. This is how I do it, and here you go. Giving it away to you for free. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I don't give away. I gotta draw the line somewhere. I do have a morning trading group. In the morning trading group, which is a paid service, we do all different kinds of trades. But here at night, for free, I only teach one. That's it. It's simple, it's safe, it's easy, it's predictable. If you can figure out ways not to mess it up, because remember, it was created for a 9-year-old. Okay, it was not created for adults. Adults have a tendency to messing everything up. Kids are usually like, oh, cool, yeah, yeah. Huge difference. Why are the energy stocks dropping? Angela, I honestly couldn't tell you why the energy stocks are dropping. Okay, Danny, you asked me about RTGI a while ago. It was no then. It's still going to be a no. Okay, user one, what's your take on yield max? No. NVDY? No. MSTY? No. Okay, the numbers just don't work. One less step strategy, one rules, keeps it simple. Yeah, I like that one. Keep it simple. WBTN, we already looked at that one, was a no. UMAC, already looked at that, it was a no. And we already checked out CVS, we already looked at it. Okay, another down day. Okay, another down day for CVS. Great, it will find its bottom eventually. He will not like premiums on the chain where the weak are not old enough. Okay, for the stretching. Thank you there, Bama Redneck. SoFi, yeah, no. You think K Ross can recover? What the heck is K Ross? KROS. Well, I have no idea. That's a big ass drop. Well, I don't do monthlies. And there's a reason why I don't do monthlies. Because the numbers just don't work. Albert! Hey, James. How you doing? I'm doing great. What are your thoughts on Micron? Ooh, I like Micron. Osborne Reef? No. I made coral reefs for museums, aquariums, and very rich people. Okay? See, once you go to your normal pet store and you get an aquarium, you can get stuff to go into the aquarium at your normal pet store. But once you get into aquariums that you can swim in, yeah, you need a whole different strategy when it comes to time to decorate that aquarium. See, I made artificial coral reefs for those kinds of aquariums. In museums, you have a museum quality exhibit inside your home aquarium. That's what I used to do. All right, anyway. K-Ross, no. How you doing? Doing great. Micron, MU. I like Micron. We were looking at it. I don't know if we bought any this week. Wait a second. Wait. I remember. Yeah, it was a little bit too high. Look at that. Okay. We were thinking of getting it on Monday. Monday morning, we pulled it up. Okay. As we pulled it up, this thing had already jumped. And once it jumped, it went above that threshold. It's like, I don't mind jumping in now. Okay, hold on a second. Let's back it up a couple of days to give you a better, accurate idea of what I'm talking about. Okay. This is what we saw on Monday. Okay, 30-day bottom, 30 days ago. Okay, here's your top. She pulled back, went up, and then she went sideways, but she's still going towards the upward, still slightly upward. Okay, great, fine. Monday morning comes, okay? This is Friday right here. Hey, look what happens on Monday. It gapped up. It took the opportunity for us to make a profit away. This was in the 80s. No. 89 until 2003. Okay? So I started the company in 89 when my son was born. Because you get that point in life, where you're a teenager and everything's great. and then all of a sudden you're in your early 20s and you're still having fun, and then all of a sudden your girl says to you, we're going to have a child. And then everything changes. As soon as you find out you're going to be a parent, everything changes. Okay? And then when the child gets here, everything really changes. Yeah, so, yeah, I started the company in 89, and then we got divorced in 03, and I had to sell the company and liquidate. It was interesting. All right. All right, UMAG. Okay, you asked me about UMAC. Palavakan. Palavakan. That's an interesting name. You asked me about UMAC 3 or 4 times. I already said no. All right, so my answer, Albert, MU, we were looking at it on Monday. As soon as the market opened, okay, I wanted to see what the market opened at, and I was kind of hoping it would open up in the 102, 103 area, but no, she jumped up to 106 and took away my opportunity because we were going to jump in on a Monday. So now I have to wait for this profit to go away and take a look at it again. So I won't look at Micron again for another 3 to 4 weeks. I was a little bummed out about that one, but that happens. Scotty, do I sell puts? Yes, I do, but I don't teach them here. Okay, here I only teach one strategy and that's it. Okay, I have to draw the line. I'm a nice guy, but I have to draw the line somewhere. Brandon Carpenter, I love SoFi. You will not because there's no dividends, but I own it. Good, good to follow. All right, Bama Redneck, I get you. Don't get me wrong. I never tell people what they should or shouldn't buy. Okay, SoFi, no, it just doesn't work for me. Sorry. UMAC, no. XRP, no. RGTF. Why do you guys keep asking the same questions over and over and over again? If I say no, you know what? I'm done with this one. All right, there we go. Okay, Brian, we already looked at AGNC. AGNC. Oh, wait a minute. AVGO we looked at. Still many questions. You start a fish tank aquarium reef company. I don't know how one gets into this unless they have a love for fish aquariums. So you risked it and it paid off. Yeah. Okay, I started an industry trend. No way, I remember the fish aquariums in the hospitals in the 1990s. Yeah, they were big. Okay, in the 90s. Okay, I mean, I would make really big ones. They were nice. I still have one. I made one for my own home. I still have it. I'm actually getting ready to set it up. Probably at the beginning of the year. I'm kind of excited because this thing's been in storage for 20 years. I paid storage fees for an aquarium for 20 years. Wait till you see it. It's like, holy shit. You know, it's like a $50,000 aquarium. It's like, holy shit, yeah. Okay, so anyway, AGNC. Okay, AGNC is a no. Only reason, look at the premiums. If you are wrong, you get nothing. So no, it's kind of like Energy Transfer. The premiums are horrible. I have to take them off my list because stocks go up and then stocks come down. When a stock comes down and I can't get anything for it, I'm not going to buy it ever again. I like companies like Dell. Watch Dell. Look at this. Look at the premiums. 4 strikes out, still a nice fat premium. Intel, INTC. Same thing. Nice premiums, 4 or 5 strikes out of the money. X, US Steel. Same thing. Nice big fat premiums out of the money. So if you had your choice, all right, no, I'm not a day trader. I'm not a swing trader. Okay? You could, I have no idea what you want to call it. I buy on Mondays, I sell on Fridays. I'm just looking for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week through a dividend. Oh, okay, hold on. How many gallons? It's about 350. Yeah, 350. It's 8 feet long and 6 feet tall. I can sit inside of it. They got it? Okay, I'm missing all these questions. Path to consistency. Thank you, Ricardo. Albert. Okay, there we go. So puts yep. Marathon. Okay, DDHC marathon, MARA. Now marathon is on my list, even though it doesn't have dividends. So I do make exceptions. No way. How many gallons? 350. Big sucker. All right. Marathon. Okay, here it is. Here's marathon. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the movement. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Look at where we are now, 24.60. The 24.50 is going for $1. That's nice. The 25 is going for 77. That's over 3%. Okay, next week, the 25 is going for $1.50. That's 6%. 6% for next week. Well, hell yeah. But what's the chart telling us? Okay, well, let's take a look at the chart. A year ago, 1853. The top of the year is 34. Bottom, back in May, the beginning of May, 1297. Look at the movement, though. Nice, steady movement up to the high, pulls back, and now she's bouncing to the hair. All right, well, let's take a look at the 30 days. Okay, here's your 30 days. 30 days ago was a 30-day bottom. 2 weeks later, there's the top. She comes down. Here's a new bottom here. Because remember, in 2 days, these are going to disappear, and this is going to be the new 30-day bottom. All right? As a matter of fact, let's do this. Okay? Here's your new 30-day bottom. 30 days ago, she shot up, pulled back, 2 days to the upside. That's what I'm looking for. You got 2 days to the upside right here, Monday and Tuesday. The 24.50s, over $1. Okay, that's over 4% for 3 days. If you like marathon, and that's a big question. Do you like marathon? Does it make sense? Are you okay with owning it? If she drops, well, because it's a 50-50 chance. It's going to go up, it's going to go down. It's one or the other. You can never have both. All right. Next on the list, SAN. Bradford, what is SAN? Oh, SAN is a no. Bradford, okay, I don't like monthly optionable stocks. The numbers just don't work. Okay, Roger, JEPI, no. How much you make a day? All right, Danny, I don't invest for daily returns. Okay, I look for weekly returns. Okay, I don't day trade. Okay, I get on every morning, take a look at my positions. Okay, Mondays and Fridays, I'm on for about an hour. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, I'm on for about 3 or 4 minutes. It doesn't take long for me to take a look at what my stock is, what it's doing, and then Friday, what am I going to do? SWH. It's not Sherwin-Williams. SWH. Stanley Black & Decker. Damn it. Oh, no options. Holy shit. When did they get rid of options? Joshua. SWH. No options. No, thank you. Yep, I get it. Okay. Rebecca, DTE. What the heck is DTE? DTE Energy. Monthly. No. Sorry. Walmart. Joel, really? WMT. It's going to be a no. Look where it is. It's at the high of the year. I don't buy at the high of the year. Vanguard funds. Tommy, no. Lisa, AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, no. That's a monthly. HMAC. HMAC. No options, no thank you. Rebecca, per year? That's horrible. Dividends are, oh, JP Steel, dividends are overrated. Taxed as ordinary income, dividend reduces share prices, less growth usually. And, okay, JP Steel, and what does that mean? Okay, what it means to you means something totally different from me. Oh, I love it when people like you say this. You can just liquidate long positions in companies with more growth and take a 15% capital gain hit. Okay. How about no? Okay, JP, I'm perfectly fine with what I'm doing. I make 50% per more per year. Okay, and I don't pay taxes on that. Okay, how you have your account set up, that's totally up to you. If you put it into a trust, no taxes. If you put it into a C corporation and a pension fund, no taxes. Okay? If you do, there's a lot of ways you can invest your money and not pay taxes on it. Okay? Number two is I invest for cash flow, weekly cash flow. Dividends is a profit given back to the investors by the companies. So if the company's consistently profitable, okay, and I rattled off over 300. You got the Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. That's over 300 companies that are consistently profitable and share their profits through a dividend. Okay, then you do a simple safe trade against it, which is a covered call, one of the safest trading strategies there is. Get a 1% every single week. 1% every single week is over 50% per year. So I'm not quite understanding what your issue is. But okay, you're entitled to your opinion. Okay, Joe, we looked at Walmart. I don't buy at the high of the year. Okay, Jensen, thoughts on SCHD? Check out the dividends. Seriously. How consistently profitable are they? Then look at this year's yield on SCHD. Okay, Lisa, AMD, no dividends, no thank you. Bitto has not been around for 20 years. Paolo, do you remember when Level 1 Communication got bought out by Intel? No, I don't. Jensen, USC, okay, I already did that one. Matt, AWK, never heard of it, AWK. American Waterworks, oh, no. Monthly, I don't do monthlies. Is it true Tesla looking at Ford? I honestly have no idea. Evening, 86, how are you today? Can you do Scamazon? No. No dividends, no thank you. KG, do you prefer a strike point at the money, even a slight loss? Or do you always pick the strike above cost? KG always comes down to the numbers. Okay, what's the cost? What cars do you work on with the suspension parts stool? I don't. It was a yard sale thing. You buy it at a yard sale, you know, $2 or $3 for a nice comfortable stool. Why not? All right, KG, when you say never sell at a loss, is that stock price the whole sum of the process? No, it's not. Okay, all right, I forget which one that was. Was that Macy's? Yeah, Macy's. Okay, now KG, you ready? Macy's, it's $16.79. Okay, if I buy it at $16.79 and sell the 16.50s, I'm kind of selling it for a loss, because buying at $16.79 and selling at $16.50, I am losing money. But I'm only losing 19 cents. Okay? And if you take 19 cents off of the premium I'm collecting, I wouldn't do it for this week because the numbers don't work, but next week I'm walking away with plenty of money. So when you sell for a loss, make sure the numbers and the whole equation, okay? Just because I'm selling it for less than I paid for it, well, I'm making up for it for a higher premium. Okay, so always the numbers always work if you work the numbers. They always work if you work the numbers. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Bama Redneck. The goal is a minimum 1%. I'm sure he does some in the money and some doesn't want to confuse. Yep, he's right. Typically, the stock price will sell lower, the covered call, and a roll it and gets into close. Yep, that works too. Morris just started learning about options. What's the best resource? Okay, Morris, that's a loaded question. There's so many different option trading strategies. You really got to be more specific on what it is you're looking for. Is it a time of learning, the learning curve? Is it the complexity of the trade? Is it the rate of return of the trade? Is it the risk-reward ratio of the trade? There's a lot of questions when it comes to options. Okay, I only teach one strategy here. That's the covered call. It's simple, it's safe, it's predictable. Okay, it's one of the safest trading strategies it is. Looking up any stock in my eBay account tells me. Okay, Jay, good for you. What program are you using? William, this is not a program. This is a trading platform. The trading platform is called Thinkorswim. You can download it for free. Cooper, Misty, no dividends, no thank you. Greg, GPUS. What the heck is that? GPUS. No. Morris, MSTR, no dividends, no thank you. S&P struggling? Probably. Generational peak. I have no idea what that means. Cooper. But almost going solely into it. Yeah, okay, you have fun with that one, Cooper. You know, it may work out for you. It may not. Easiest strategy to start to initiate the covered call. Okay? The easiest strategy is buy a stock. That's it. That's the easiest. Just buy a stock. That's the easiest. Second easiest, how long have you been making money this way? I'd say about 15 years. I've been trading for 20 years. But this strategy came about when my 9-year-old daughter jumped up on my lap back in 85. Oh, no, wait a minute, in 08. And said, Daddy, can you teach me what you're doing? So it had to be a strategy specifically for her. Now, I know you've never seen it before. Let me pull it up real quick. I get a kick out of it every time I see it. Going to my webpage, here's all my social media. Going to my YouTube channel, right? It's over 700 videos, holy cow. Okay, videos, oldest. Here we go.
Hi, I'm JC, and you being part of my internet website called Thingy, which my dad doesn't let me go on that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks and all
For 20 days in the month of January. So 20 days in February. Okay, that's me and my daughter. Damn it. That's me and my daughter 15 years ago. Okay, we had a whiteboard because we didn't have what we have today. So we had to put it on a whiteboard, you know, what stocks are coming up this week, what stock coming up next week. And then we had to put it into this configuration and then send it off to the email subscribers back then. Look at all the hair I had then. A nice dark brown. I get all this gray going on nowadays. Anyway, the trading strategy was created for her. So it had to be simple. It had to be safe. Yes, that was me. It had to be simple, safe, predictable, and consistent, and no way for her to lose. So the 5 rules that went along with that. Never buy something you don't understand. Never sell at a loss. Make sure the company's consistently profitable. Weekly options are a must, and make sure the numbers work. The numbers, basically, what am I buying it for? What's the closest strike price? What is the premium I'm going to collect on that strike price? is that more than 1%? It's really not that difficult. Adults have a tendency to make it more complicated than it needs to be. It doesn't need to be complicated. If you like the company, great, buy it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Now, every company that I invest in, I'm just pulling up one of my lists so you can hear some of them. Bank of America, General Motors, Hewlett Packard, Occidental Petroleum, Boyd Gaming, Paramount, Mandalese, U.S. Bank, American Express, Bristol Myers Squibb. This is just one of my lists. Hey, I got like 8 or 9 of them. The Dividend Kings, the Dividend Aristocrats, the Dividend Champions. Where did you learn stocks then? How was this your calling? Where did I learn it? I learned it the hard way. I made a bunch of trades. I lost a bunch of money. I learned a lot of lessons. Okay, certain things I just won't do anymore. I've made more in one day than most people make in a month. I have lost more in 1 week than most people make in a year. You learn your lesson. You pay your dues. You do something stupid. And you say, oh shit, I won't do that again. And you just stick with it. Okay? All right, easiest strategy to start to initiate. Did we look at Verizon? Oh. Let's take a look at Verizon. Holy shit. I just picked up some new ginger today. Oh, that's some strong shit. I drink the ginger tea from my throat because I'm not used to talking so much. I know, it's kind of hard for a lot of people to conceptualize me not, being shy. Verizon. High of the year, low of the year. A year ago at 37, the high is at 46, dropped back down to 40, shoots back up to 45, back down to 40. She's in a little bit of a downturn now. Yeah. So apparently, not a good time to jumping into Verizon. We're looking for a new bottom. 1, 2, 3. 3 weeks ago was at the high. Well, that's all your profit taking right there. Your 30-day bottom way over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago was your 30-day bottom. She shoots up. She pulls back. What do you think is going to happen when she gets back down here again? Eventually, she'll hit bottom, turn around, go back up again. Because that's all they do. They go up, they go down, up, down, up, down. D-Dub! Thanks for that, brother. All right. What are we looking for? Now, somebody wanted to take a look at... What's my favorite pick of the week? My favorite pick of the week? Uh-oh. Well, this week, that's hard to say. Hard to say. Yeah, U.S. Steel looks pretty good this week as soon as it finds its bottom. And so does Riot. Riot and Riley were paying a nice numbers. No way. Everybody does 401k. So some dude said get into stocks. You were like, cool. No, that's not it at all. You made some, as well, like Ford, yeah, and learn through the game through study. Yep. All right, anyway. Let's keep on going. MU, we looked at. We already did that. We already did that. Energy transfer. Okay, coal downs. Energy transfer. We already looked at it. If you take a close look at energy transfer, look at the numbers down here. Okay, 0, 2, 5. Yeah, no, you got to understand. Stocks go up. Stocks go down. You're going to buy something. It's going to go. It's going to shoot up. You're going to buy something. It's going to drop. When they drop, you still have to have good premiums in order to have some money coming in. So if there's no premium value, then no. See, Energy Transfer and a couple other companies I just don't do anymore because of the premiums are horrible. So no to Energy Transfer. I bought 35 contracts on QUBT instead of selling 35 contracts. Fortunately, the stock went up $2. Big Marty, way to go. I did the same thing once. Cami, HST. What the heck is HST? HST. Oh, no. How do you like that one, Cami? No. I don't like monthlies. Monthlies, the numbers just don't work out. Okay, I like a consistent weekly cash flow. You can't get weekly cash flow from monthly options. They have to be weekly options. Marty, I'm glad it worked out for you. Dell, 37, he gets to everyone. He said Yelmac was a no earlier. Yep, that's right. Now, I do get to every single question. It's 11:22. I will answer every single question, okay? That's one thing. I'll stay here till 1 or 2 in the morning. As long as you have a question, I'm going to answer it. But you run out of questions, I'm out here at 11:30. Okay, why does last year's movement matter when we only invest for 1 week? It gives you an idea of where the high is for the year, where the low is for the year. So this is the 1-year chart that we're looking at. See? See, last year, this is where it was. What did it do this year? By knowing the movement, by getting an idea of how it moves, gives us a better opportunity to give a forecast of where it might be going. Okay? See? You're going up, down, up, down. See how she slowly moves? Kind of like a winding river. Well, here as she pulls back, well, from pulling back this way, it looks like it should keep coming down. Now that's just the 1-year chart. Well, let's break it down. Take a look at the 90-day chart. Okay, here's the 90-day chart. Same thing. Look at the movement. It's flowing nicely. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, it's on a downward trend at the moment. If you get into the 30-day, it makes it even clearer. Here's your 30-day chart. Down, up, down. Do you see how? Now, knowing what it did last year, it only gives you a part of the picture. It's a whole picture before you invest, and before you put any of your own money on the line with the bet, because that's what you're doing. You're betting that it's going to go down. Well, because that's what it's saying. The chart is saying it's going up. Well, now it's going down. Because at 17, it jumped up to 19. Now, between 17 and 19, it's only $2.40. But $2.40 on a $17 stock, that's over close to 15% in 1 month. So yeah, there's going to be some profit taken. I'll take profits at 1 or 2%. So you get up to 17, you get up to 10 or 15%. Yeah, there's going to be profit taken, and then the stocks come down, and it'll come down to a point where people like me and some of you out there will say, "Wait a second, this is a deal. Let me buy some." Okay. Okay. GPCR, no. Energy Transfer, coal. You asked me 3 times about Energy Transfer. I already said no to Energy Transfer. ADC. What the heck is ADC? Oh, a REIT. Yeah, no. I don't like monthlies. They just don't work for me. Okay, Brad Boss, we already looked at Ford. Okay, Terry, AMD is a weekly. Okay, Terry, it is. Advanced Micro Devices does have weekly options, but they don't have any dividends. Now, the reason why, Terry, I like dividends is because just before the dividend is paid, okay, we go back to our calendar, okay, just before the dividend, the stock has a tendency to go up in value. So without that dividend, how do we know when the stock is going to go up? AMD. Okay, so here's AMD. Here's the high, here's your low. Look, she went up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's sinking. Okay, so what's happening? the last few weeks. Okay? The last few weeks, down, up, down. Well, it's still going down. Okay, the charts aren't that difficult to read. It's just, what do you want to do with that information? Okay, do you want to take that information and say, hey, as soon as she starts going up, maybe I'll jump in. Okay, well, 124.95, the closest one's going to be the 125. And look at the premium. That's about 2%. Next week, it's over 2.5%. Sean, how much money did you miss put on cause because you don't touch anything of dividends? Miss out on? I don't really keep track of it. Isn't that weird? I buy and make a profit, then I move on. I'm not in the dividends on my platform. Should I switch over? Snake Jones, I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. Where's the best place to put your gains after taking profits? Michael, everybody's different. I honestly couldn't tell you what to do with your money because I don't know anything about you. So sorry. Yes, AMD is a weekly, but no dividend. Okay, so why, John, why would I invest in AMD if it has no dividends? Because I used a dividend to tell me when the stock is going to move because it has such predictability to it. I like odds and probabilities. Okay? No dividends, what happens when the stock goes down? What am I collecting? Nothing. With a dividend, at least the company consistently increases the profits in which they share with me. I'm big on safety and predictability. Okay? I'm retired. I don't want to have to go back to work. He misspoke. It's a weekly, but it doesn't have a dividend. Okay, thanks 86. Asim, is Macy's still a good candidate for a covered call? Well, Asim, we haven't looked at Macy's yet, and it happens to be my favorite company this year. I'm going to say no, only because look where it is. Okay? Down, up, down, up, down, up. Look at where it is right now. It's too close to the high, and it's getting ready to come down. Sean. Yeah, but if there is a good play with no dividend, that's easy money. You're absolutely right. Every once in a while, we'll do one. We did Chipotle a while ago, and we got 4% for 1 week. That was nice. But I don't normally do that. Okay, because you got to remember, every once in a while, yeah, it's good to take a risk here and there. But this is my livelihood. If I make a mistake, I'm going to have to go out and get a job to add money back to my little kitty so that I don't have to go to work. So I like to play it safe. William, Pfizer, PFE. Now, I bought some Pfizer this morning. Okay? Take a look at the numbers. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at the movement. Down, up, down, up, down, up. 26.50. Well, the 26.50 is going for 24 cents this week. Next week it's going for 36. Well, that's a nice premium for next week. It's well over 1%. I like Pfizer. I actually bought some Pfizer this morning. What was your job before retirement? A handyman. Because I sold my manufacturing corporation back in 2003. I took 10 years off. I traveled the country. I traveled the globe. I went to a lot of cool places. But I spent all that money. And then I started building it up again 5 or 10 years ago. So now I'm retired. All right, so Asim, I like Macy's. I do. I actually still own some. But look where... Oh, wait a minute. We already did Macy's. Okay, we just did Pfizer. Okay, Jay, we already looked at Altria. William, Kohl's is down almost 50% this year. How is your 1% on covered calls making up for the loss? Okay, William, you're under the impression, okay? Seriously, you're under the... Let me pull it up. You're under the impression that I bought Kohl's way up here. No, I didn't. Hold on, where's my Kohl's? Okay. So William, I bought Kohl's at 15.72. Well, currently it's at 14.25. All right. So if I bought it at 15.72, I sold the 15.50 calls for 17 cents. It's a little bit of a profit, not huge. But as the stock drops, the value of the option is almost gone. So next week, I think Russia was my favorite country that I went to visit. St. Petersburg was beautiful. Next week, I'll probably roll this 15.50 into a 15 next week. So if I do that, create a rolling order, and I'll go from the 15.50s to the 15s, okay? And I'll make another 1%. Well, let's change it to there. Okay. And I'll do a good till cancel order, and then I'll just send it off, and send it off again. I don't have enough available cash buying to do that. Oh, cool. That's interesting. How the hell, wait a minute, what the hell happened there? Create rolling order. Huh. Oh, 5-cent limits. Okay. All right, is what it is. All right. So I will just continue rolling it forward or jumping out and jumping back in again. So William, it always comes down to the numbers. What did I buy it for? What am I selling it for? You're under the impression that I bought it up here. Now, my current purchase price of Kohl's was, what was it again? 15.72. Well, it's only down a tiny bit from what I bought it from. Not huge, but I still get a premium every week. What was the first stock you ever bought? Ooh, I don't even know. Isn't that sad? I don't even know. All right. Thanks, D-Dub. You effed around and found out. That's right. Uh-oh. All right. Let's take a look at the rest of these questions. All right. Tell us. We have to take a look at tomorrow. Chicken and Biscuit. Good evening, and how are you? Krispy Kreme. We're going to have to check out that one in the morning, tomorrow. Nissan stock. No, Nissan just doesn't cut it. NNE. What the heck is NNE? Nano nuclear energy. Interesting. I'm putting up to Yahoo Finance, see how well this company pays out dividends. NNE. I've never heard of them. And that's why. Marine Night. There are no dividends on NNE. So that's going to be a no. Scotty, has Dollar General hit bottom yet? Well, Dollar General's bottom was back in the middle of November. She went up, pulled back. Now we're sitting at 76. That's not even close to the bottom yet. Sold all my NVIDIA this morning. Where it cooked. How long do you hold? Are all these quick trades? Sarah, I hold for about a week. That's ideal. You know, Monday, get rid of it on Friday. 2 weeks. The longest I've ever held anything is 9 months. And I didn't do it on purpose. I did it because the stock dropped and I didn't want to sell for a loss. So as it dropped, I kept selling covered calls against it. So I had it for 9 months. So in that 9 months, I collected 3 dividends and over 33 premiums, 39 premiums, I think it was. So it was a very nice, it was a profitable trade at the end. But as the stock dropped, yeah, it wasn't very favorable. But as I continued to sell premiums, collect dividends, and when she came back up, I sold it for a profit. So basically, dividends guarantee us profit. That, David, dude, that's not what I said. David Meyer de Rothschild. Okay? That's not what I said at all. I said a dividend is a portion of the profit the company gives to its investors. Doesn't mean you're going to make money. Usually a week is his goal. Usually. HFAN. HFNA. Sarah, how are you today? I've never heard of FHSNA. Henderson International All Caps Equity. Yeah, no. Okay, they can't even find that one. What do we got? Could you talk to us how to check daily on your covered calls? Club Mid Tom. Yeah, we can talk about that in the morning. How do you avoid dividend taxes? You avoid dividend taxes by setting up your trading account properly before you even start. And for that, you need to talk to a tax strategist or a tax planner, because it's your legal right to pay as little taxes as possible. Sir, I have AMD. Should I keep it or exit? I am in lost. Okay, Shah, I can't give you advice on what to do with your stocks or your money because I don't know anything about you. If you want to have a conversation, send me your phone number. I'll give you a call and we'll have a conversation. But I can't tell you anything without knowing anything about you. Okay, Dylan, PLTR, no dividends, no thank you. Could you walk us through? I'll check your covered calls. How do I avoid taxes? Sir, I have AMD. Okay. Coca-Cola. Brad, we already took a look at Coca-Cola. Are you ready for Vegas? Yes. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys, I am going to Vegas on Friday. So Friday, I will be broadcasting probably on just 3 channels. Okay. And I'll be from my hotel room. Where I don't even know where I'm staying. That's one of those things, you know, you set it all up and then you forget about it. It's like I don't carry on about it. Price is wonderful. Keep selling. Suckers covered calls. All right, Mike, thank you for that. Exactly, the stock tanks when the dividend's paid out. Yeah, Mike, I know that. Okay, Mike, you gotta come. Mike, if you really want to stump, you gotta come up with something that I don't already know. Brian, Harley Davidson. Rich Boy, CGCP. We'll have to check that one tomorrow. Maki Farm. What is the point of dividends if the stock goes down more than the dividend they paid? Well, it's going to depend on the approach that you use. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. If you sit back, chill, just listen and watch, you will see how it works. I don't want to collect the dividend, and I say that over and over again. So why would I be holding the stock when the dividend is paid and the stock goes down? That doesn't make sense. If you pay attention, you'll catch on to some of the details, and then it will make sense. Shadow 1. What's the point of dividends if you only hold the stock for 5 days? Shadowrun, the reason I use dividends, specifically ones that consistently increase, several reasons. Reason number 1, it allows me to see if the company is consistently profitable. Okay, Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. Those 5 lists will give me 300 companies that are consistently profitable. The way you find out if a company is consistently profitable, 2 ways. You can read all the annual reports, all the quarterly reports, and it'll tell you right there. Or you can just look at the list of the dividends they paid. If the dividend consistently increases, logic, reason, and common sense tells me if the dividend increases, the profits increase. Because the dividend is nothing more, nothing less than a portion of the profits the company gives to the investors. So if the company's consistently profitable, the dividends will consistently increase. And as soon as the dividend is paid, the stock goes down. But before the dividend is paid, the stock increases in value. If I know when the stock increases in value, I know when to look at it. Because there's 9,797 companies to invest in at any day. So how do you know which one to invest in? Mine, pretty simple. Consistently profitable and weekly options. Okay, so out of 9,797 consistently profitable and weekly options, there's only 300. You take 300 companies and you stick them into a calendar. Okay? And the calendar will tell you exactly who's paying a dividend on what date. That tells me when the stock goes up in value. And if I know when the stock goes up in value, well, I am more apt to be right. And I like being right. I like the odds and probabilities in my favor. So if you have a way to know how to get the odds and probabilities more in my favor, more consistent, more predictable, okay? I'm looking for consistency and safety. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. So if you know a way to increase consistency, profitability, and safety, and I can do it in less than 10 minutes every single day, and the profits are going to be 1% or more every single week, I'll be more than glad to take a look at whatever strategy you got. As long as it's simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and I can do it in less than 10 minutes. Where can we get that list from? Google. Go to Google. Do a search. Dividend Kings List 2024. Dividend Aristocrats List 2024. And Google will give you all the lists you want. Download the, it's either going to be a PDF or some kind of a file, downloadable file. I wish I was recording my screen during the explanation. Hey, Shadow, this screen here and everything I'm saying is recorded on YouTube. You can go to YouTube okay, my website, go up to the bio in the top left corner, go to my YouTube channel. It takes time to load, okay? Okay, here's my YouTube channel. I have over 761 videos. Okay, go to the live. Okay, these are all the live shows. Okay, every single night. Well, I missed 5, okay? So every single night except for 5 since the beginning of January, you'll see there are 2 screens, okay? There's one with just a screen, and there's me standing in front of the screen every day, okay? 10 days ago, 10 days ago, 12 days ago, 12 days ago, 13 days ago, 13 days ago, okay? 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, 2 months ago. You can see all of them. They're all there. Everything I do is recorded. So at some point in time, when I'm long gone, my kids will be able to pull up videos of me explaining how to make money. And all the information I've collected over all these years is not gone. All right, that being said, it's 1:15. I'm done. You guys have a great night, and we will see you again tomorrow. And now the end is near. And so I phased on. You're welcome. 86, catch you later. Whoops. And now the end is near.